A 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, welcome to Gypsy Jazz Boot Camp. Today's tune is Djangology Etude number 1. So let's talk first of all about the chords. We have A/C sharp. Okay. The thirds in the bass. C minor 6. Some people play C diminished 7. It's a little bit darker, but I like C minor 6. G/B. And then B flat diminished 7. Okay. A minor 6, D9, G6. And that's essentially your A section. Really pretty chord movement there. It creates that kind of descending line when you put the third in the bass. The basic chord is really just A7, and then D7, and then G6, B flat diminished as a sub, and then A251, A minor D7, G6. But by putting the third in the bass, you get this cool chromatic sequence and some substitutions that are kind of built into the chord movement. A/C sharp, C minor 6, B, G/B, B flat diminished 7, A minor 6, say it one more time, D9, or D7 of course, and G6. You can just kind of have fun with that. So the B section is super easy. It's just A flat 6, E flat 7, and A flat 6, A6, E7, and A6 again, and that's it. It's just it moves up a half step. Django loved half steps, as you probably know, and he loved chromatic movement. So let's get on to the etude, because that's why you're here. So the first, it's just a great outlining exercise. So we have C sharp minor 7, flat of 5th, and again this is for the A7. And when you substitute that C sharp minor 7 flat 5, you really get A9. So here's the arpeggio. Okay. The next chord is C minor 6, so I'm descending C minor 6. For the G/B, I'm playing B minor 7. That gives us a G major 9 flavor, which is very sweet. And then B flat dim, B flat dim. A minor 6, A minor 6. For the D7, however, I'm playing D7, I'm thinking D7 flat 9, which of course is a diminished sub. Just right on A, you could even think of it as just A diminished. Turn that 2 chord into diminished is a popular trick I'm always referring to. And then on the resolution, on the G6, I'm actually playing G major 7. And then I go to G6. And that's just kind of a nice movement, that major 7 to the major 6 sound. And that was the first A. For the second A, I'm now starting C sharp minor 7 flat 5 here on the 5th string root, 4th fret. Remember, these are just right up the arpeggios. So if you don't know your arpeggios, by the way, make sure you learn your 6th and 5th string root arpeggio shapes. There are many, many variations on fingerings, but you can check out my fingerings again on Patreon, where I just have 7th and 7th chord arpeggio shapes. And then C minor 6. G/B, I'm playing B minor 7 again to get that G major 9, which is kind of this flavor. Really pretty. B flat dim, B flat dim. A minor 7, or sorry, A minor 6, I'm actually playing C major 7. which gives us that A minor 9 flavor. So there's some substitutions happening here. So it's not just outlining face value, I'm actually subbing out a little bit too. And then I go half step to the diminished, and then G. And that's a very classic little Django type of turnaround lick. G, A diminished 7, and then G. So from that C major 7, and again that's very Django licks there. The B section, I'm just doing some outlining. Django kind of did this on his early recording, and many people do this. And that's just completely thinking off that one chord only, A flat, and going, and then of course taking it up a half step. And you can have many variations on that too. Of course you can embellish it in many different ways. On the last A now, I'm choosing actually to continue on with some embellishments. And you might have seen that in my other Gypsy Jazz Etudes. Django used also this kind of nice enclosure technique. Again, that's just around the A chord. That's a upper neighbor and lower neighbor. For that A chord, it's actually A/C sharp. I'm just starting on the root. Then on the C minor 6, I'm still just targeting, taking that same motif. That's for the G chord. Little blues, kind of bluesy lick, you know. Really nice little G licks there. And then on the B flat diminish, well, of course, diminish. You can get some arpeggio playing in there. And that's a very common lick too. Goes that shape. I'm not sweeping it, but in that case, but. And then on the A minor, that's, you know, stock Django lick right there. A minor. 6, of course, to the D, and then on the D, playing a diminished 7. Or sorry, F sharp diminished 7 on the D, 7 flat 9. Can't remember what I just said, but. And then that little classic ending lick, 1. And there, I did that lick earlier, that flat 5, and then to the root. And there you go, there's the Etude. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at Gypsy Jazz Bootcamp. 1, 2, 1, 2.